We are attempting to stay 1 week at the official Conjuring house.
This is crazy.
Bro, I have never seen something like that before.
Something about the basement is following us.
What is this house? Do you guys understand this could like change millions of people's lives?
This is what she warned us about.
That is the fucking shit that makes me believe in all of this.
Do you need a break?
Yeah.
We're never doing this again. What's up, guys? It's Sam and Colby.
And welcome to Hell Week. We're gonna be spending 1 entire week at the Conjuring house because you guys got us to 10 million subscribers. This is gonna be the worst week of our lives.
I'm terrified. I'm actually shaking in my boots. Why are we doing this?
I hate this.
Why are we doing this?
I hate it.
7 days?
7 days.
This is by far the scariest thing we've ever done, hands down, on our channel.
Guys, we might die, but the reason why we're doing this is for you guys, all right? 10 million subscribers, come on! Thank you.
And to be honest, it's just mind-blowing that we were even able to hit this number in the first place.
That's an insane number.
10 million? It's unreal.
4 minutes away!
It's a bittersweet moment because it's like, yeah, we got 10 million subscribers! But we're 3 minutes away from the Conjuring house. This looks so different.
Private property.
Oh my God, look at all the new signs.
There's new owners, guys.
Oh my God, we are back.
No. As soon as we step outside, we are beginning a 7-day journey.
My heart just accelerated so fast.
Yeah, you're resting heart rate.
I'm scared.
Hi, Colby.
Hi, I'm Sam. Nice to meet you, Jacqueline.
Are you nervous at all to be here?
100%. I mean, 7 days is completely different than just like
I
one.
know.
Has anybody stayed this long before?
Girlfriend
Nice to meet you.
Hi, Sam.
Nice to meet you, Satori.
We've had film crews in, but they've never been here like for an entire week. So this is going to be a new experience.
So we're the first to do that.
Yeah, but it's awesome. A lot happens all the time. People are being touched, their hair's being pulled, whispering in ears.
Lots of doors opening
Lots
and
of doors
closing.
opening, disembodied voices.
Even during day tours, which is amazing.
We had that one tour where people were staying a little past time and they were staying a little longer, and the door unlocked to this front door and opened, and everybody in the room was like, I think they're telling us it's time to go.
Oh!
All the time, all the time.
We have hundreds of hours of video footage of conversations that we've been able to have with spirits. One thing that we know is that the spirits of the house prepare for every guest that comes in. We don't know how, we don't know why, but there has been a special request that one of the spirits would love to talk to you tonight. So if you guys are open and...
Wait, yo, whoa. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, both.
Whoa.
So Cody and Satori.
We figured out this method that we could do when we first met each other. Everyone in the room can hear what's going on.
Okay.
We're not mediums per se, like we can't sense anything, but just something strange happens.
We would love if you guys would be willing. One of the spirits wants to say something to you.
Wait, do you know which one?
Yeah, Abigail Arnold.
Let's do it. Yeah, we're already getting invited. That's awesome.
All right.
We're being summoned back into the house. Perfect.
Abigail's a cool ghost, right?
Abigail is an awesome spirit, yes.
We'd love to talk
You're
to
going to
her.
learn a lot about Abigail, I think.
2 rules for Hell Week. Number 1, we gotta stay somewhere on this property every single night for a week.
Secondly, we can each write a challenge for the other person that we cannot refuse. We can spring it on them at any day of the week, but we have to say yes. Whatever that means.
That's terrifying.
That is horrifying.
Feel a little different?
It feels way different.
I don't like this already. It just brings back memories. I just have not great memories here. Maybe we'll have better memories this time.
Yes, that's what we hope.
We'll spend a lot more time here, so it can't all be bad, right? Right?
Hopefully none of it will be bad.
Okay, it's the same waiver?
Yeah.
Yes.
Is this the one that has like the demonic possession?
Attachments.
Beautiful. We're gonna give our signature one more time for the Conjuring house, the last time.
Yeah, what happened to our other signature, man?
They said they cover it up with the refrigerator.
Jesus, man. Wow, okay. You're gonna sign my name too for me? Thanks.
You signed my name last time.
Did I?
Yeah. Should I do yours capital? Actually,
That would actually have been very nice, but apparently it's Sam and Colby. What the hell is that?
Sam and Colby.
What is that?
That's beautiful.
Come find our signature.
We're gonna get covered by the goddamn door. Yeah, we just suck. Why are we doing this? No.
Wow.
Time to take a tour.
Nice throw. Everything is different in here. I don't know if like the lights are the same. They moved whatever this thing is around. I think this furniture was over there before.
Wasn't an Annabelle doll right here?
Yes, it had this sign on it, but it was a bigger one.
I think that's how it is in the actual Warren Museum, which you guys want to see us go to? We might have to visit the real Annabelle doll after this and get the whole Conjuring experience. I think let's deal with that room later. Go upstairs first. I just don't like being right here. That's too close to the basement. We gotta get out of here.
Oh yeah, that is the basement right there.
The old Arnold Estate, aka the Conjuring House, was built in 1680, finished in 1736. This house has seen almost 400 years of American history and has ultimately become one of the most famously haunted locations in America.
The hauntings of the Conjuring House could have started way back during the King Philip's War, which was the bloodiest war per capita on American soil. Also, this property had 8 generations of families who lived and died on this land. And finally, if you've seen the Conjuring movie, you might have heard of the Parents, a family who lived here for almost a decade, experiencing the worst paranormal manifestations.
The most notable event here occurred on October 30th, 1974, where Ed and Lorraine Warren, the world's most famous demonologists, conducted the most notorious seance of all time. And this seance actually occurred right here in this room. This is where Carolyn Perrin levitated and was thrown 20 feet by a negative entity.
Since then, this house has become open for paranormal investigations, quickly becoming the most famous spot to investigate because of how active it is. There's been reports of poltergeist activity, haze and mist randomly appearing, and shadow figures.
We're told doors open and close, lights flicker, and negative emotions are amplified here.
Our goal this week is to truly understand who is haunting this location.
And specifically, what the fuck was that? And specifically, what do they want with us?
So I'm Jacqueline Nunez. I'm the owner of the Conjuring House. You know, I didn't have any paranormal experience when I bought the house, but I do have a deep dive for years into the spiritual aspect of things. So I'm a big believer that we are spiritual beings having a human experience, that our consciousness survives death. The Conjuring House provides us an opportunity to connect with the consciousness of people that have passed on and that we can engage with and have conversations with them. So that's really what interested me. It's not just knocks, it's actually having conversations with spirits and learning things from them. We fully believe that the energy that you bring to here will be amplified and given back to you. Okay. So if you come here and you are fearful or think that they're all evil, then they might respond that way. If you come here and you're open and you're, loving might be a strong word, but if you're just open to communicating with them and respectful, then they'll respond in kind to that as well.
No, something was rolling upstairs. Listen. Something's upstairs right there.
Something's rolling.
This is the room with all the toys, where the birthing room is and those dolls.
Guys, we're gonna save the basement for later. I know a lot of people want to see us go down there again, but guys, we're here for a week. Let us work our way to it, and then Sam will stay there overnight.
What the? Just off the bat? We're going from nothing to I'm just sitting down there alone?
I was there alone last time.
Yeah, but not for like a whole night. You didn't sleep there.
So that means you have to, so you can one-up me, right? That's crazy, dude.
Did you just see that? That light just flickered. Maybe that's a sign. Come on upstairs.
I hate it up here.
Oh god, oh no way! There are 2 Raggedy Ann dolls right here.
Fuck that. Every single time, I've said this before, and that just flickered. You're right.
That's what I'm saying.
I remember when we did the tour last episode, this light was flickering. What I was saying is every single time I walk upstairs, I genuinely feel like I'm gonna throw up. It's happened both times we've been here. Not like I'm actually gonna blow chunks, but my stomach just hurts. So is this where we're sleeping tonight? Speaking Speaking of, we're gonna sleep in the same room every night, right?
Well, yeah, you want to cuddle? I think that's the only way to get through these ghosts, is if we're like really close.
I think so. That's flickering behind me, right?
No.
Or am I tripping?
No, you're tripping.
Fuck, I'm getting scared already, man.
Bro, dude, I'm not even gonna lie. As soon as we walked up to the stairs and got to the top, like, it's a different vibe. Hey, little dollies, how about this? When we go to sleep, each one of us gets to sleep with a Raggedy Ann doll right next to him.
I don't know if that will make me feel better.
You don't think so? She got the cash. Someone slipped it in like a stripper, dude. Jeez.
That's probably not a good idea.
Yeah, you can't.
I am so sorry.
Don't take the ghost's cash, dude.
I am so sorry. That is blinking!
That just blinked. Dude, every single light has freaked out when we walked into the room. We gotta ask them if that's a thing. This is better.
That's better.
Alright.
Oh!
It's freaking out.
There's someone saying hi.
There's someone saying hi. Oh, we were gonna ask. On our tour, we had a lot of light flickerings. Is that just something that happens, or is there electrical problems here?
I mean, we don't really have many electrical problems. Could have been, but sometimes that's just how they say hi.
Just saying hi.
Can you
Oh my god.
make it blink? How about one more time?
What? I can't even wrap my mind around what this is gonna be like. At 3 a.m., 4 a.m., cameras are off. There's no more filming to do. We don't have like the safety or the protection or whatever, like this comforting feeling of holding a camera is. It's just gonna be us and our thoughts.
And one bed for both of us. Oh god, I don't like it. It smells like sage down here. Oh! This brings back memories too. Jeez, dude.
This is what I consider the safe room. Oh no, it just feels safer. It's like it's the case.
Oh fuck, dude! What the hell? That is Robert! What the fuck? No!
Oh god, no!
Robert the dog! No!
I thought we got away from that guy!
Robert is following us. No!
That is not good.
What happened with Robert, dude?
We took pictures of him and then he gave me cancer.
Don't give him cancer again.
No, guys, we cannot push that narrative. But a lot of people say that that was the reason why I was diagnosed. Well, hopefully that's not the same Robert. And if it is, we're very sorry.
Yeah, Robert, we're not gonna film you or take your picture. Shit. Right there at this table, we learned the Estes method. And then secondly, right here, I saw a man in the window. I was right outside by those rocks.
Didn't you say the man had a top hat too?
I don't know. He was a full-on silhouette, and you could see the outline of his shoulder and everything. And that was when you were in the house alone.
I remember.
Yeah, we might have to recreate that today.
Let's see what they got for dinner tonight. Fuck yeah. Dude, we're gonna be fine, man. We got ketchup, Pepsi. What else do we need?
We don't need anything.
It's all our calories is just Pepsi. Imagine that's all we drink. Oh! I remember reading about a story where Cindy Perrin, one of the daughters, was late for the bus, right? And she was running from the kitchen. Did you see that?
No, what the fuck was that?
All the lights flickered in the seance room. I swear to God. I swear to God.
I did, maybe I got it on camera. Dude, as you were talking about Cindy Perrin running over here.
She ran into an entity. That's what I was about to say. And while I was saying that, this just all flickered.
So she ran into it and hit it so hard that it knocked her back. And she passed out for 2 days.
Oh, wait, dude. This is what we were thinking of.
Oh. Oh, God. I just don't like that. Annabelle is going to be staring at us.
I don't think we should hang out right here.
I don't think we should hang out in this house.
Well, we gotta be here for a week.
We have to be here for a fucking week, yeah. Why are we doing this?
Because we hit 10 million subscribers, dude.
Yeah, thank you. We're overjoyed.
The main thing about this room is that this was where on October 1974 they were having that crazy seance with the Warrens, and Carolyn Perrin levitated right here, spun around 4 times like a frisbee, and then boom, got launched that way 20 feet into the wall.
Like a frisbee? She's spinning like a cat. Whee! No.
Might have been
an exaggeration.
For the story.
Well, they actually thought she died.
They thought she died. Roger, her husband, got up to check on her. Ed held him back and he turned around and punched him in the face.
What's even more amazing about this time that we're here at the Conjuring House is tomorrow we are going to be able to interview Andrea Perrin, a family member and an eyewitness to this very seance that happened in 1974.
And she said it was way, way, way darker what actually happened in real life. And we're gonna get to figure out exactly that. And then there's Abigail Arnold. She lived here a long time ago and now helps protect people from negative entities. It was even rumored that this entity would tuck the parent children in bed at night and then kiss them on the forehead. You said Abigail Arnold wanted to talk to Sam and I specifically?
It's nothing to be worried about or concerned about. Abigail is a kind soul. And I think you are going to realize that immediately when...
It's like freaking out right now, guys. It's insane.
Part of my job, I feel like, is to help the spirits be understood. And I think that for a long time they have felt misunderstood, right? Because there's so many kind, loving spirits that are here. I just think she wants to connect with you because she knows who you are and just maybe give you a little bit of assurance about her and them and John. But it's nothing to be afraid of.
Do you think she could possibly serve as a protector?
She definitely has, and at times she has been the protector of people in the basement. Sometimes when people have heard "get out," it's actually her protecting. And I
literally freaking like 10 times.
Yeah.
Done.
Seek!
Whoa.
Didn't that sound like it mocked me?
It's like an echo.
Hey. Seek! Seek!
Hello? Oh, it's only on Colby.
Hey.
What the fuck?
Wait, we're in a house. How is it echoing like that far away?
It's coming from behind you.
Really? I hear it over there.
What the fuck?
Wait, it's coming that way for you guys? It's coming in the kitchen for me. Hello, hello?
Didn't happen.
Hello, hello?
Say it one more time.
Hi!
What the
It's
fuck?
not happening anymore.
I'm really curious to see if it's able to capture on camera because it literally echoed back to you. Hello?
Was that like a door unlatching?
Yeah. Oh my god, yes, that's exactly what it was.
Do you remember when Amanda was sitting right here and she heard the door unlatch when we were doing the SS method?
In the basement, yeah.
That just happened again. Is there any echoes on the property? Because I was saying like, hey, towards the kitchen area, and then about a second later, it would have my same voice repeated back to me.
It sounded exactly like you.
Exactly like
It was his voice, like a verbatim mimic. Were you playing a video back? No. Was there a speaker system throughout the house?
No. I could have sworn it was coming from the kitchen, but then they said on like, no, it's behind us. But like the basement has the two doors leading from where the kitchen is. And so if something downstairs was mimicking me, we would have heard it from both spots.
Can you reintroduce yourself?
All right, well, I'm Satori Hawes.
I'm Cody Despian.
We're caretakers here at the Conjuring House, and we also communicate with the other side, I guess you could say.
In a very interesting way that we kind of found out by accident. So the first day we met, we were paired up with each other to investigate a private residence. We thought the place was really active, and then the next investigation we went on, the same activity, a lot of footsteps and banging sounds, and then the other team members were like, maybe it's something with you guys, you should go experiment. We found out that eventually, over time, that when we hold hands or hold wrists, it's almost like flipping on a light switch and kind of draws them in a little closer. So we're not mediums or anything, we can't sense anything. Whatever happens, everyone is here to witness. We can't control it, and we only do this for people who cross our paths naturally and don't do it for money or anything like that, so it just is what it is.
We can't guarantee who comes through, so that's just your warning. It could be literally anyone that wants to communicate, so if you guys get uncomfortable at any point, just let us know, okay?
Do you guys have a name for this technique, or what would you call it? Method?
We don't.
Thing we do.
That weird thing we do.
We do. Let's go.
They do weird things, the spirits come.
I guess so. But, alright, so wherever you guys feel comfortable.
Oh, also, did you say we're trying to contact anybody specifically, or someone wanted to come through and talk to us specifically, or no?
So we do a lot of sessions in the house, especially with Jacqueline, and the session we did most recently, Abigail came through, Abigail Arnold, and she said that she wanted to talk to you guys, so
Oh, wow.
we're not really sure what she has to say.
So we expect her to come through. Who else? We don't know.
Is it best with lights on or lights off?
You can leave
Right.
lights on. You might
Yeah,
want
you
to
might wanna-
evaluate the setting.
You're gonna hear them, you'll hear them walk into the room from different angles, usually
Okay.
You're gonna hear everything.
Great. We've already been hearing things in this room.
The following footage you're about to see, we left completely unedited and completely uncut so that you guys could experience it the way that we did.
This affected us so much that we even flew back to the Conjuring house a month later to try to debunk what we saw, and we couldn't. We'll include that footage here at the end.
We want you to watch and give your honest opinion about what you think, because after Sam and I experienced this, we've been thinking about it every single day since.
Alright, so if anybody's here and you can hear my voice, I'm going to connect with Cody right now, and wherever you are, I'm going to ask you to come close to us and just stomp your feet or hit something as loud as you can so we know you're here, okay? So if you're around, I'm standing here in this living room area. Can you come in here, please?
I feel the vibrations.
Yeah.
If anybody's here, I'm going to ask you. Okay, if anybody's here, I'm going to ask you to make that same noise you just made, maybe, let's say, 4 times, to let me know you can hear me. 1, 2, 3, 4. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. It might be a bit exciting, so I know. Okay, hold on a second. So I'm going to play a little game. If you'd like to tell me your first name, I'm going to go through the alphabet. When I get to the first letter of your name, you're going to knock. I'll restart. When I get to the second letter, you're going to knock, and I'll keep restarting until I spell out things, okay? All right. So I'm going to get your first name. A, B, Abigail. Abigail Arnold. Perfect. It's great to talk to you this evening.
What the fuck? Wait. Is this normal?
For us.
For us.
What?
Dude,
So-
this is everywhere.
Do you have something you'd like to say? Okay, how many words?
Well, can I ask her something first?
Mm-hmm.
Abigail, do you know who... Can you see me pointing? Do you know who this is?
Mm-hmm.
Can you tell us his name?
A, B, C, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, A, B, C, B. I know, I went fast on that one. Colby? Perfect.
Okay, and can you
What the
see
fuck?
who that
Actually.
one pointing to?
Okay.
Can you tell us his name?
A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, S, A, Sam. Perfect.
Bro. Wait, okay.
You want to stop for a second?
I just want to, like, talk. How? Is it always, well, like, the stomping?
Yeah, so we usually
You're
go through the
walking.
alphabet, and we get full sentences sometimes, and
She's,
we
try-
have,
She's trying to talk.
she's trying to say something. How many words? Okay, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, A, B, C, D, E, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, people. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, A, B, C, D, E, here. There are people here. Not living people. Okay, do you know if they're from the house? 1 for yes, 2 for no? No. Are they new? Okay. How many people? Okay.
5, 6?
Are they with people that might be here tonight, living people?
Wait. Yeah, what does that even mean? Does that mean like
You guys might have brought people with you.
five things are attached to us?
No. That there might be 5 spirits that are here that have come here to maybe talk to you or something.
Can somebody come forward first? Whoever would like to come forward first.
We just need your full name so we can figure out who you are.
So somebody come forward.
Or if Abigail can help. Can we have a name of one person to start?
Okay. Ready? A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, L. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, A, B, L, I, B, A, B, L, I, B, B. More?
Libby?
Is there a last name? Okay. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, G, O. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L. A, B, A, B, C, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. Okay. Does this make sense for you? Do you need a break?
Yeah.
Okay. Can we take a quick break real quick? Can they stay around? Okay, we'll take a quick break. Okay, stay right there. Do you want me to bring you something?
Oh my fuck.
What? Who is it?
Libby Goldlock.
Your grandma?
It's my grandma.
No way.
The one that said onward and upward that started fucking
Everything.
Everything.
Do you want me to get you tissues or something?
Sure.
Do we have tissues?
Oh fuck, dude. Oh my god. There's no way in fucking hell they know anything.
No.
That's not her real name. That's her nickname. No one in my family, no one besides my family would ever tell anybody like that. What the fuck?
I'm speechless. I don't even know what to say.
Oh my god.
I hate to tell you, but we only have access to toilet paper.
Oh man.
Is that okay?
That's okay, I'll just use my shirt.
Okay, well, I'll leave this here.
Whoa.
Like I said, I can't promise anything, so I'm sorry. Like if it was...
It's common for that to happen, for family members to come through.
Oh my god. But you said she was following us?
So usually they're watching over people.
Okay.
That's usually what, at least the way we understand it. I mean, we've done this hundreds of times now, and the reason why we do it for people who cross our paths naturally is usually there's a message for that specific person that we cross. And,
oh wow.
And usually when family members come through, it's just letting them know that they're watching over them. And
wow.
And they're always watching over us.
Would you like a break? Or
Yeah, I'll be right back.
What?
What the fuck, dude? What the fuck? What is this house? What is this house?
I've never seen anything like that before, my friend.
There's no fucking
There's
way.
no way. They knew her.
There's no fucking way.
There's zero way.
Oh my god. Oh my god, who's gonna believe that? Like, what the fuck?
People are gonna believe it because of this reaction, man.
Dude, I have never felt like that ever. Dude, when she said lib, I was like, there's not a Libby in the fucking Conjuring House lore. There's nothing in any of the history at all. I was like, no way she's saying Libby. And then when she said G, I was like, there's no way. There's no... Dude. How is that possible? That is the fucking shit that makes me believe in all of this. I get it when we ask for things and things go off, things can be chalked up to coincidence, or things can be scary, or things can tell us to fucking leave. But when someone like that, like my grandma, there's no way they would have known her name, and she said someone came here with us, as if she's like watching over me.
Yeah, no, it's a great thing.
My grandma affected me a lot. She taught me everything to do with appreciation and loving life, and literally her last words before she died were onward and upward. And that is a slogan that Colby and I used for the first 5 years of our career because of how much that impacted us. And she's basically just saying she's still with us, dude, watching over us.
She's still there.
Beautiful.
She's still there.
I just like, I couldn't do anything except immediately break down. I just didn't know what to think. It's fucking insane.
Understandably. I don't even know what to say right now, to be honest. I mean, full honesty, I was looking at their feet like, who's tapping? The entire time I was like, who is tapping? I thought there was another person in the fucking house, or someone downstairs tapping, or their feet, but nothing. I pointed the camera down many times to look at their feet. No one was tapping. Nobody was tapping.
God. I don't know what just happened. Literally, my life is flashing before my eyes right now. Something just moved.
Something's out here.
So what was that?
I don't know.
Like something running or falling? Let's go.
Okay.
Is someone in the barn?
Now there's something in the front.
Something just like
a person?
Like a person. Like, yeah, I think there's like a trespasser out in the barn right now, because like someone
or an animal or something
ran at us.
What?
It sounded like, I don't know, like a barrel.
It sounded like a barrel rolling with water in it.
Rolling with water, yeah, like at us. Wait, did this fall down? Or multiple things fall down right now?
That was there?
Was that all there?
This was here, but I don't know if this box was in the middle of the pathway like this.
Wait, throw that down and let me hear what it sounds like. It was like that if it happened like 20 times.
Yeah, if it like rolled and did that. That's what it sounded like.
Yeah, like that. It's like all those boxes just like fell over and rolled. And under what circumstance would those boxes just fall over too?
I mean...
What is going on?
That's weird.
Dude, what is going on? I'm like... Dude. God dang.
This is crazy.
This is night one. Night one.
We're sleeping here for 7 nights.
I don't think I can.
Fuck.
I don't think I can.
I just don't want to. We don't want to push you.
We don't want to.
No, I mean, the entire goal of being here is to learn more about this, is to push ourselves. So I'm super down. That just caught me off guard.
All right, well, if you want us to stop, just let us know.
They're here. So watch this real quick. So it's only when we do this. I don't know why.
Has that happened like ever since you guys met?
Yeah.
Yes. Yep, the first day we met. Mm-hmm.
Do you mind if I try to see like where the noise is coming from?
Go right ahead.
Can you keep stomping your feet as much as possible?
Sometimes you'll hear it move around the room. Can you walk
Yeah, now it's over here.
Now
It's over here.
Yeah, it is moving.
Dude, I can't even follow it.
It's moving.
Can you stomp right here for me?
Can you come over here?
Oh my god.
Thank you. Right there.
Is this Abigail?
Yeah. Would you like to continue? Okay. Did the person we just named, did they have a message? Okay. Okay. How many words? Okay, I'll go a little faster, okay?
5.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, A, B, C, watch. Watching. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, over. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, U. More. A, B, and. A, B, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L. More. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S. Allison? Watching over you and Allison.
No way.
More.
It's his sister.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, and. A, B, C, D, E, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N. More. Then. Okay. Excitement.
Excitement? Oh my god, man.
Allison and Ben are my brother and sister.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. W. Before that. W, X, Y, Z. Z. A, Z, A, B, C, Zach. There's somebody named Zach. Zach in the room. Would you like to skip or would you like to hear?
I think we gotta go for it.
Yeah, you should hear.
Okay. Can I ask whoever's here with Zach to come forward?
What do you think about that?
You guys want to process for a second?
No.
Yeah, do you want to process?
I mean, there's absolutely no possible way that any of you could. I mean, with you, like, you're a public figure.
But there's
Right.
no
I mean,
way.
they wouldn't have known who your grandmother's nickname was. I'm not a public figure. There's no way that anybody in this room would have known anything about any of these people.
Up
It's impossible.
until this very moment, you've always been a skeptic. Does this help at all?
I don't even know what to believe at this point. I have no words.
Are you trying to say something? They're just
Someone
going.
else's.
I don't know what they're doing. Are you waiting? Very impatiently? Okay. I'm going to ask for your first name.
Fucking
Is
insane.
there somebody new? Okay. I'm going to go for your first name, okay? A, B, C, D, E, F, yeah. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, A, B, C, A.
Frank?
Okay, last name? A, B, B, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, R, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, A, B, C, A, B, C, D,
Do you know
E,
Frank?
F, G, H, I, J, K, Brock.
Frank Brock?
Frank Brock.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, A, B, C, D, E.
Tell.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, L, A, B, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, L, A, Y, A, B, C, D, E, F,
Oh
G,
my
H, I,
God.
J, K, L, M, N, L, A, Y, N. More. A, B, C, D, E. Lane.
Oh, dude, that's my dad.
Tell.
Lane.
Lane. More. A, B, C, D, E.
What the fuck?
A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, L, E, L. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, E, L, I. More. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z.
Elizabeth?
Elizabeth?
Eliza?
Elizabeth. Tell Lane. Elizabeth.
Elizabeth.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, and A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, word I. Word I. You're okay? Okay, so tell Lane that Frank and Elizabeth are okay. Okay.
Okay, got it.
Got it. Thank you.
Are you gonna text him?
Well, I just wrote this down, so obviously we're filming this, but like, I think Elizabeth and Frank are my great-grandparents and my dad's grandparents, because when I was doing some Ancestry.com, and I think I know Frank Brock, but I never met him. Tell Lane is my dad, and nobody spells Lane like L-A-Y-N-E.
Yeah, why would that even come up?
Who's Bob?
And
Bob is my grandpa. Bob is my grandpa. My dad's dad. So this would be his son. My great-grandpa's here.
damn, that's fucking insane, dude.
Bob's your son.
Bob is their son. That's what he said.
Oh, he's trying to tell me that.
Yeah.
So I gotta.
He's trying to clarify.
Okay, thank you, Frank. Oh, my bad. My bad. We never met before, you know, but.
Are you watching? Is everybody here just watching over, making sure they're safe? Good.
Are you always with them?
Yes.
Wow.
Okay. So it's like a.
What do you feel, man?
I'm just gonna have some. When I see everybody at Christmas this year, you guys have no idea what I found out. Oh my god. That's crazy. I've never met you before, Frank. Ever.
No.
You said no? But thanks for watching over.
Wow, that's cool.
No, we appreciate it. My dad's gonna cry.
Dude.
Okay. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, A, B, C, D, E.
Tell.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L. A, B, C, D, E. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S.
Oh my god. This is my mom.
E?
A, L, E, S, A.
Nobody spells Lisa.
No one spells Lisa like
That's my
that.
mom.
Oh,
Okay.
okay. All right.
Don't worry.
Tell Lisa, right?
Yeah. No, that's her name.
Okay.
It's my mom.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, I, J, A, B, C, D, E, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, J, E, N, A, B, C, D, E, J, E, N, E, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L.
Janelle.
A, B,
That's
C,
my grandma.
D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W.
With her.
Okay, is with her. Okay.
Okay.
That's my grandma Daly. Is she dancing around?
I loved it. I'm loving the energy in this group.
What the fuck is happening, dude?
Are you happy?
What is happening?
Good. That makes me happy. Anything else?
Insane.
Okay. You gonna take a break for the evening? All right. Thank you.
Bye, Grandma Daly. Oh my god.
What is it? They just walked away.
Oh my god. Wait, yeah.
Yeah, that was it. And then they're done for the night. So that's how that works.
You imagine what it must feel like for them to be able to get through, right? To like communicate with you.
They're probably just as excited.
Yeah.
And
it's
just for
amazing.
reference, nothing built into our sneakers.
I know.
or
Do you want me to
anything
take
like
you
that.
downstairs to show that nothing is rigged up
I mean,
downstairs?
not for us, but for the audience, any way that you can help them believe, please. Like, we believe 100%.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
You want us to go upstairs and you stay here, or do you want to go to the basement and...
I mean, because usually the sounds come from here. I mean,
Can we just stand
We can
there
go
real
anywhere.
quick, too?
Yeah.
right now.
Well, yeah. I was going to ask if anybody wanted to stand in between.
You can if you want.
Does somebody want to stand between us? Because if you stand between us, it can still work as long as we're on either side of you.
I mean, we believe you.
Like, we believe you guys.
Okay.
like-
All right. If you're nervous, that's fine.
If you want us to go to a different floor, then just let us know and we can.
See, that would be cool to see.
What do you
Anybody
want-
in
what
the
do you
house.
Well, for the people watching at home, I think anything that we could do to like show them that this is real. Obviously, they'll see like our emotions, but yeah, if we can change locations,
Okay.
like show them your shoes, stuff like that. I just want to prove this to everybody. Like, there's nothing.
I'm feeling it still underneath my feet as you're talking.
If there's somebody, okay. Thank you. So what we're gonna do you want us to go up and you stay here?
We'll go wherever
Or
we
do you
wanna
want to
go.
go down? It's up to
Can
you.
we follow you upstairs?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, and just
Alright.
do it upstairs.
And then do it again upstairs.
Okay.
sure.
Is that okay?
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
Wait, where is this? Can we do it in this room right above us?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, guys, just take a peek at. This is what it looks like. There's just wood.
Nothing
There's nothing. There's absolutely nothing on all of that. Just take that in. Okay, now we're gonna go up to this same
Here we
room.
go. You ready?
You might want to film the bottom of their shoes.
Yeah.
Here's my shoes. They're going up the stairs.
Yeah, here are our shoes. So
Again, we believe you, and the whole world is gonna fucking crumble after this.
This is no, dude. My parents are gonna. I don't know what my parents are gonna think. My grandma Daly just came. My mom is gonna cry, dude.
This is perfect.
good for you. Can you come upstairs? Can you come into the room?
There it is. It's right there. You can hear it.
Try to get the camera as close as possible.
I know, right? Each of you pick up a leg.
I know you. Are we like gonna dance while we're doing
No,
this?
no.
too?
Again, I think that's enough proof in the pudding. We switched spots. We saw their shoes. It's still hitting.
Thank you.
Insane.
So who's with us? Is this Abigail still?
Yep.
Abigail, is there any message that you wanted to give to Sam and Colby? Because they're going to be here for a week, as you know. Anything that you'd like them to know?
A B C D E F G H I J K L M N O P Q R S T U V W. A B C D E F G H I J K L M N O. A B C D E F G H I J K L M N O. Woods.
Looking.
The woods. There's something about the woods. Is that what you're saying? Okay.
Okay, what about the woods?
A B C D E F G H I J K L M N O P Q R S C A S A B no C A L M N O P Q R S T U
Cautious?
Be cautious
Be
in the
cautious
woods.
in the woods?
Okay.
Okay.
He just gave us a warning about the woods.
Okay, now is there something that they can do, like provide an offering or something before they go into the woods to help with communication with any spirits in the woods? Is there something they can do?
No or yes?
She's spelling.
Oh.
Okay. A B C D E F G A B C D E F G H I J K L M N O J O A
G.
G O. Sorry. A B C D E F G H I J K L M N O. Good. A B C D E F G H I. I think I know what she's saying. A B C D E F G H I J K L M N O. Intentions.
Good intentions?
Going with good
Going with
intentions.
good intentions.
Okay.
That's the best
Thank you.
protector, I guess.
Yeah.
It is.
Thank you. Will do.
She's off to bed for the night.
It's late for me.
Good night, Abigail.
Walk right
I know,
by.
she walked right by in there. That was
Is
funny.
anyone else here? Any other spirits here? How about
Hello?
Henry?
That was just
That was
the
a lot.
floor.
Oh.
I think.
I thought that was a... Oh, what's that?
Is that the floor?
That might be where I'm standing, actually.
Is anyone else here with us in this room? I just sort of think, yeah.
I hear it right now.
It sounds like it's a different area.
Yeah, it sounds like it's somewhere else. Like
Over
somebody's
there?
running. Well, Henry, we have some friends for you this week. And I'm sure they would love to hang out with you. Okay?
That's Henry.
Sounds like a little
Very
running.
light.
Sounds
yeah.
like little light little feet.
Sounds like they're running down over there somewhere, but... All right, we'll leave you to
All
it.
right, have fun.
See ya.
Thanks for talking.
Whoa! Whoa! Episode 1 is crazy! Wow!
Thank you.
Yes, thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.
Thank you.
Oh my god.
You might have just proved to millions of people that think this is all real.
I've never seen anything like this. Ever.
We haven't either.
We haven't either, so your reactions were our reactions when we first figured it out.
I felt it was important that you see this early, as soon as we could get them on for you. I thought that.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
This changes like everything.
Yeah, I mean, like, obviously, I don't know if you guys even know the answer to this question, but do you think, family members and loved ones can just tap in for a second and, like, talk, and, like, only have energy to just communicate that one message and then leave, or...
I don't think so.
Yeah, I think they're usually around. Usually the message that comes through is something that they really want to get across right away. We could do this again tomorrow, and they might come back and say something totally different. You know what I mean? So, I mean,
And,
we've done it.
and we've had conversations with the same spirits in the house for an hour. We have hundreds of hours of footage. We do sessions, the three of us, all the time. It's almost like we have these two different worlds going on at the Conjuring House. We have the public Conjuring House and the investigations and the tours, and then we have this behind the scenes where we're doing these sessions together and learning all sorts of things about a lot of different things. Yeah. So,
No kidding.
it's cool.
Now I feel like we're gonna leave you confused for the rest of your...
Well,
Just blown away. I mean, it's a lot to process.
I don't think I'll ever process this.
Yeah. That's
You know what's crazier too? The first time we ever had an experience that showed us like this was exactly like this. It was little taps, said yes or no questions back and forth, and
great.
no one believed us. Because we didn't capture on camera. We've been telling the same story for 6 years, trying to get people to be like, no, this actually happened. And now people can see this on camera that we weren't fucking joking 6 years ago.
What was the context 6 years ago?
Queen Mary.
Oh, wow.
B340, we had a knocking conversation back and forth. We've been telling the same story over and over and over again because that's like the one thing that we've held on to that changed us from skeptics to believers, and ever since we
So you
started
should keep trying it. I really think living energy, when certain living energies come together, and it doesn't have to be a couple like Story and I think when two people work together good, I think it can make that
manifest.
Yeah, I was
make
gonna
it become
ask what you
closer.
guys were. We're gonna see that on the security camera. But try things like that because maybe something was happening that you haven't recreated since then. So maybe you were connecting somehow.
I'm sorry. Like I just am.
I think
I said it, and you were like, "No, I'm not here anymore."
Yeah.
we're gonna have to take some time to process.
That
Oh my
is-
God! Thank you so
First day
much.
meet you.
Thank
We'll see you
you.
tomorrow.
That was
okay?
insane. Thank you.
I'm glad something happened.
What's up, guys? It's been about 2 months since we've been at the Conjuring house, and while we were editing, we realized that there were some possible non-paranormal explanations for Cody and Satori's knocking method, so we went back to Rhode Island to figure it out for ourselves.
After brainstorming, we wrote down all the best questions and experiments we could come up with, and we're going to be showing a recap of each one of those right now. But if you want to see the full uncut version of all these experiments, click the link below. So what we're trying to figure out is 1, is the Conjuring house rigged? 2, can they do it outside or at a random location? 3, is there anything in their shoes? And 4, where is the sound coming from? So let's start with everyone's main question: is the Conjuring house rigged? In order to test that, we wanted to see if Cody and Satori could make these knocks happen outside.
Oh my God, I haven't seen this in months. I'm freaking out.
Are you ready?
All right, Abigail or anybody, if you're here, can you come up to the front for me?
Here it is. It's outside.
Come over here.
Can you stand right over here?
Walk around. Stop your feet.
What is that? Yeah, you can hear her.
She dancing?
It sounds like still.
Yeah!
It's amazing. Okay, there you have it, guys.
So yeah, they could make these knocks happen outside, which was absolutely insane, but yeah, it's still on the Conjuring property, which they had access to. So to make double sure, we're like, okay, can you go to a random, non-haunted location that you've never been to before, so we know you don't have anything prepared?
And guys, even Sam and I had no idea where these locations would be. We all got in the car together and we had a team member send us these random locations.
We kidnapped them.
You did. You really did.
Hey guys, just to show that these are random locations, the first one did not even work out because it was so loud around a main road that we couldn't even film there.
Yeah, it's too close to a main road.
So we had our team member generate another location where we ended up at some random park.
Once we got inside the park, we wanted to make sure that there were no hidden devices in their shoes that could make these knocking noises, so earlier that day, we bought them new ones.
We got shoes at Walmart. Have the receipt for today.
Yeah!
Slippers, so we know there can't be any crazy hardwire into them.
These are my socks, okay? There's nothing attached to my foot.
There's nothing in their shoes, everybody.
I don't have any devices in my ears, okay?
Yeah.
Or around, these are necklaces.
Way away from the Conjuring house. We are on pavement. We have new shoes. Satori's hair is up, and they had no idea where we were taking them. We did not even.
We have no idea where we are right now.
Yeah, we don't even know where we are right now.
Ready?
Here we go.
Okay. Just want to hear if anybody walks up. All right, if anybody's here, I'm gonna ask you to come stand right over here for me, okay?
And once again, the knocks were happening. I mean, obviously we were impressed up until this point, but after this, from what we were experiencing, there's no way we could explain how they could possibly be faking this.
Because we went ourselves to a random store and got them shoes that we know we didn't put anything inside of it, is just mind-blowing how this was all happening, and I think this was the point where it really started to hit us.
Have we talked to you before? No? Okay. Somebody coming in. Please.
All right, keep going.
I'm going to ask for your name. I'm going to go through the alphabet.
So at this point, we could still hear the knocks in person, but the camera mic couldn't pick it up due to all the outside noise. So we're gonna fast forward to where you can start hearing it again.
Fossey.
Terry Fossey. Nice to meet you, Terry.
Why are you in the park?
Try to talk as loud as you can, okay? I know there's a lot of noise
Take some of our
outside.
energy if you need to.
Okay. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V.
Q, R, S, T, U, T. A, B, C, D, E, F, E.
Tell.
A.
Teach.
Your teacher?
You're a teacher? Okay, thank you for confirming that. Okay.
Is this a school park?
Yeah, no.
Spelling.
It's spelling. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, G. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, L. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O. A, B, C, D, E.
I think it's A.
G, L, O, N.
No. B. G, L, O, B.
Can you try really hard to be loud? I know there's so many noises out here.
Let's try reconnecting.
Terry.
Okay. I can hear.
There he is.
G, L, O, B.
Yep.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G, E. Globe.
Globe.
More.
Oh, wait. This is Globe Park.
Is there a school that you taught at with the same name?
Oh,
A teacher at Globe.
at Globe Park. This is Globe Park?
Yeah,
Where we're at?
I just looked at this sign right here. It says
I wonder if
Globe
there's
Park.
a-
Globe Park School is 800 feet that way.
No. No way.
It's amazing for you to talk to us tonight.
Obviously, you guys can hear the knocks now, but I'm telling you, in person, they were so much louder. And the craziest part is it didn't sound like it was coming from just one area. It was all over the place.
It was like walking around, and you could feel it on your feet. Like the vibrations were going through our shoes.
Like, how do you explain them being able to do that in a random park? Random pavement, we could still feel it on our feet?
Do you remember? I don't know if this is a tough question, but do you remember what year you passed away?
Okay. Can I go through the date, the year first? Is it the 19? Was it?
I didn't hear anything.
19s? Like 1900s?
No.
2000?
Yep.
Before 2010?
Yep.
2000? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
7.
Is that, did you actually die?
2007.
So here's the craziest part, at least for us. While we were leaving the park, we had a team member look up all the information that we got from Terry, the spirit that came through, and it was all true.
Oh my god. Okay, guys, we are on the way to the next location. We just asked our team to look up Terry, and he sent back a Google search. September 27th, which is today.
No!
2007. So 16 years ago, today, Terry Fika died at Globe Park School.
Whoa! And that's why I was walking around today.
Oh my god. I'll throw the screenshot on screen. But oh my.
That's why she might have been at the park. It was just like a memory thing.
Okay, Terry Ann Fika is a girl and 47 years old, elementary school teacher at Globe Park School. Oh my god.
In 2007.
In 2007, exactly what we got.
Aww.
R.I.P.
That is insane.
Wow.
That is also beautiful that she would come back to the elementary school.
Just visiting.
Just visiting.
But just to be triple safe, we went to a random studio that our team had rented out, and before we went inside, we spontaneously told them to do it right there in the parking lot.
Feel it?
You want to say what you want to say? Ready? Okay, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, A, B, C, D, E, he. A, B.
Then we went inside the studio to capture audio on a second device live on camera to prove that what you're hearing in this video is exactly what we were hearing in person. We're even going to show you the audio from the raw camera footage just to prove that these knocks were happening in real time.
Is this a female?
Male. Okay. Are they with this building? Are they with somebody in this building?
Outside the building?
They're from outside. Okay.
So after doing all these experiments, we still don't fully understand what this is. But based on our experiences with Cody and Satori, we 100% wholeheartedly believe that this is true.
We've been trying to debunk this for the past 2 months. Every single night I've been thinking about this, and it has to be. There's no way.
Completely changed the way we think, changed everything for us. And obviously we experienced it different. We were in person. You know, we saw it, we heard it, we felt it in our shoes. And no matter what we could capture on camera or you hear through the speakers of your computer or phone is not going to be the same, and we understand that. But hopefully you can sort of see what we have been going through.
So what we ask of you guys is for you to make your own opinions about this. Like we said, we were spinning on this for the last 2 months and talked to close friends and family, tried every single way that we could in our minds to debunk it, and absolutely couldn't. So if you guys have any other ideas, let us know.
The point is, this is something that we are going to be talking about for the rest of our lives. It completely changed what we believe in, you know, how we approach the paranormal, spirituality, everything. So I hope you can kind of see why now, but we have so many more things to show you. So many more amazing conversations for the rest of the week at the Conjuring House, because we realized that this day one, it was just the beginning. Wow. On or off camera, we just wanted to ask, like, do you guys understand this could, like, change millions of people's lives? It changed ours. This could be huge.
I don't know if you guys are, like, prepared for it. When this video goes out and people can see everything that you do, we're gonna leave most of it uncut. It's gonna be a big splash. I'm not even trying to sound, like, boastful or dramatic or anything, but it could change the world, like, view of spirits and stuff.
Yeah.
This is so special.
Probably the most undeniable thing anybody's ever seen about the afterlife.
Jeez.
And, like, you guys have that.
No, yeah, we definitely don't realize that, that's for sure.
No. I'm trying to think of how to process that.
This is unheard of.
If it's helping people, then that's why we're still doing this.
That's what it's about for us, and you know, getting the house out there and showing that the house is more than what some people just believe it is. That's the important thing. We are prepared though, because we have gotten both good opinions and bad opinions. So we're prepared for both of it. You know, we're strong in our beliefs and what we do. So
Right, and of course we want to help everybody, but it's impossible, right? We can't give a reading to everybody or give a session to everybody.
yeah, we're not doing gallery readings or anything ever in the future. We're not taking money for this or anything.
But like I said, it's 100% that there's somebody out there watching you, and if you think you know who it is, it probably is that person.
I think that's why whatever it was chose you guys, because that's your mindset. Super
Interesting.
humble.
For real.